Podcast is about to be in full effect. Stay tuned. Escape from George Floyd Square. What is that all about, Pearly, you might ask? We will get into it right after the countdown. It's the Pearly Q Podcast. Test. All right. How is everybody doing? It's your man Pearly Q in the building. Hey, this was just brought to my attention. Okay, the things you don't know, if you don't live in a locale, there's a lot of things that, you just don't know about. I came to realize today. Yeah. So one of our viewers, Heather, sent me a link to this George Floyd square that basically people have taken over a 4-block radius, where the George Floyd incident happened out there in Minneapolis. And they basically blocked off traffic. You can't go in there. They have people posted, authorities, are apparently having a hard time getting in there. So yeah, again, I had no idea that this was going on. Let me show my screen here. This is what we're talking about. Minneapolis police claim obstruction following recent shooting. City council member wants George Floyd Square reopened. So if you're like me and you don't live in the Minneapolis area, you had no idea that George Floyd Square existed. I didn't. But yeah, let's just take a look at this clip. And again, I was very surprised when I saw this story. Let's get into it. Get the screen all the way up for you guys, and let's play this video. Excuse me.
Hey guys, Pejman Gadimi here, back from Watch Trading Academy. Listen, you've taken my webinar, you've seen over 2 hours.
Good evening, I'm Kevin Dorn. This is Nightcast. 7 months after the death of George Floyd in South Minneapolis, the place he spent the last moments of his life remains blocked off to traffic, not by police, but by community activists who have taken control. It's a small area that's become known as the Autonomous Zone. City leaders have been in talks with the people over.
Pause it right there. So the Autonomous Zone, can somebody look that up for me? I didn't have a chance. What is the Autonomous Zone? But anyway, let me play that again. Let me just bring that back.
We're seeing it for months. It's a small area that's become known as off to traffic, not by police, but by after the death of George Floyd in South Minneapolis. The place he spent the last moments of his life remains blocked off to traffic, not by police, but by community activists who have taken control. It's a small area that's become known as the Autonomous Zone.
So community activists community activists. And who are these people? Community activists, they say, have blocked off this 4-block area and taking, and like, yeah, they won't let people in and like, who are these community activists, you might ask? Let's see. Again, this is very, very concerning. Hence the title, Escape from George Floyd Square. I know if I was living there, I would have gotten the hell out of there. But let's finish playing this clip.
City leaders have been in talks with the people overseeing it for months to get it reopened, but the barricades are still in place. Over the weekend, 2 people were shot and hurt there. They're expected to recover, but tonight there are allegations community activists tampered with evidence and obstructed with the police investigation.
Pause it right there. I'm gonna pause it right there. And I don't understand what's going on here. What do you mean you're talking to the people to get it open? I don't understand. I didn't know people could just put up barricades. And who helped them? I don't know if y'all saw they have like concrete barricades up. Who put those there? I don't know about you, but I mean, I don't, if me and my buddies wanted to get together and say, yeah, man, how the hell are we going to move some concrete barricades in place? Does somebody own a construction company? There's a lot of questions here that I have. Let me know in the comments. Let me know. We'll get to the chat in a minute here. But let's keep going.
Jay Coles is the one who first reported on crime in the autonomous zone in September. Tonight, he speaks with a city council member who says it's time to remove the barricades.
It's time for us to begin to come together and heal.
This is an area of South Minneapolis we've been focused on for months. The so-called autonomous zone surrounding George Floyd Square at 38th and Chicago.
Any area with outlaw, you cannot live in it.
We've shown you video of an auto shop owner badly beaten in a robbery attempt. And obtained internal police records showing a rise in violent crime. Those records also claim EMS crews have been hindered while responding to some of the calls.
They are not met with violent or hostile crowds.
People who oversee the 4-block area, which is closed off by barricades, deny obstructing or delaying first responders. Inside the zone, the weekend brought more violence, with 2 people shot and injured Sunday night. And police again say they were stymied in their efforts to respond.
I mean, that's got to concern you, right?
Minneapolis City Council member Andrea Jenkins represents that area.
I'm deeply concerned. I am not happy with that either. I mean, we have to have justice for everybody.
This email was sent to Jenkins from a Minneapolis police inspector about the response to Sunday night's double shooting. It says, quote, I just wanted you to be aware of another incident at this location. Hostile crowds destroying evidence and initially refusing entrance by security.
To somehow disrupt or, delay that kind of response is completely irresponsible. And I believe an obstruction of justice.
No one can physically impede an armed officer.
I was unable to reach Marcia Howard, one of the people who...
Let me pause this right here. So apparently this person, Marcia Howard, is a self-appointed security of the free... I don't know if you guys saw the signs there. You're now entering... the state of, the free state of George Floyd. Look here. These people are doing way too much. And they're being allowed. The very surprising thing to me is they're being allowed to do this. Who are these people? And why are they letting them do this? You mean to tell me, the residents, the people that live here, are down with this? I mean, I guess if you're down with, if you're cool with it, that's your choice. But why y'all calling? You got people getting shot, you got people getting robbed. You're calling the police just to be standing there at the barricade to, decide whether you're going to let them in or not. Like, what's going on here? Let's continue.
Oversee the square, but
Sure enough, shots just rang out.
she posted this Instagram video
Somebody can point where it was, that'll save us a ton of time.
showing community activists escorting police into the area where the shooting occurred, denying that police were obstructed in their investigation.
How do we honor that memory?
Councilmember Jenkins supports the George Floyd Square Memorial and is pushing for racial justice and police reform. But she says she wants the square to be a symbol of reconciliation, a movement to heal and unify people.
That acknowledges these harms and seeks to acknowledges these harms and seeks to acknowledges these harms.
All right, so I mean, really, is that all we got to do? If we want to create our own, if we want our own land, we just have to put up a sign and block some shit off and say, hey, what the hell we need? Why is everybody screaming about, hey, black people, why are we screaming about reparations? If all we got to do is put up a sign and say you're now entering the free state and then insert your own damn name. Is that what we're doing now? You are now entering the free state of George Floyd. All we got to do, that's what we got to do, put up a raggedy-ass guard shack, put up some barricades, and say, hey, this is our shit now. That's what we're doing out here, people, in 2021 and 2020? I was totally unaware this was even going on. So if you're like me and you don't live, you don't know anybody that lives there, you don't live in Minneapolis, you probably didn't know about this. I know I didn't. So again, why, if this is all we got to do, hey, let's get some barricades and we can all, just run our own shit the way we want. If that's the way it works, according to Minneapolis, I guess they let you do that there. What do you guys think? And I will get to the, hang on. I will get to the comments here in a minute. Let me finish. I want to finish this video. What did I do? Okay. Oh, shoot, did I?
Hey guys,
my
here.
bad.
I'm the annoying guy that was teaching you how to trade
I
watches
shouldn't
for
have
money. You
clicked
actually
away.
attended one of my webinars.
Skip that.
Good evening. I'm Kevin Dorn.
Sorry, hang on, y'all. I gotta.
And I believe an obstructed.
Howard, one of the people escorting police, supports the George Floyd Square Memorial, symbol of reconciliation, a movement to heal and unify people.
That acknowledges these harms and seeks to overcome those and redress those harms, to rebuild 38th Street and make it an economic engine for the Black community again.
5 months into it, 6 months into it. At this point, does the 4 square block area that's blocked off, is that counterproductive to moving forward?
I believe it is.
Councilmember Jenkins, along with Mayor Jacob Fry, have been in negotiations with people who oversee the square for months in efforts to
My bad. So I froze up there. So again, another thing that doesn't make sense to me is how the mayor and city officials have been in discussions with these people who just decided to throw up barricades and claim their own free state, whatever that means. What are you negotiating with these people for? And my question to the people that live there, I mean, would be, why aren't you, unless you're cool with it? I mean, I guess it seems like people are cool with that. The people that live there want that. I just don't. I know if I lived there, I wouldn't want that. This has been going on, for months now. I guess, since the George Floyd thing happened, or soon after. I'm just kind of at a loss, because I really, there's got to be more to this. Again, why are these people allowed to do this? Hang on, I'll get to the comments shortly.
Get barricades removed. Mayor Jacob Fry was unavailable for an interview Monday, but a spokesperson issued this statement which says, quote, "No neighborhood should be forced to tolerate gun violence, and last night's events compromise the safety of the neighborhood, which is simply unacceptable." Mayor Fry's position has remained consistent. The city should work with community toward a phased reopening of 38th and Chicago while prioritizing both safety and memorialization of George Floyd's life in this space. Residents and businesses deserve full city service. We will continue working with council members and community toward these goals.
This is still a beautiful community.
Councilmember Jenkins says it's time for business owners and neighbors to see the zone reopen, a neighborhood where Jenkins says feeling safe is now elusive.
At night, I do not feel safe, Jay. I just don't.
Now, Councilmember Jenkins tells me businesses and residents in and around George Floyd Square and the so-called autonomous zone are hurting, and many tell her they don't feel safe. She says it's time, in her opinion, to move forward and make the square beneficial for the entire neighborhood. Kevin?
So Jenkins says it's time, but did she give you any idea when the barricades will come down and that area reopened?
No specifics really were given, Kevin, as to a date, right? A specific date. She did say the talks are progressing right now and that they are talking with the mayor as well. And she's going to have a virtual meeting next week, open to the public, that's going to involve all of the stakeholders to try to come to some resolution. And she's confident, she says, by the end of January, those barricades should come down, Kev.
Okay. Jay Cole's reporting.
All right, my bad, y'all. So very interesting.
Hey guys, Pejman Gadimi.
Cut it out, man. So I'm gonna try and see when that, because I want to see who these people are that they're supposed to have a virtual meeting. It's supposed to be public with these people. What do they call them? The community activists that have blocked off this area around the George Floyd. Again, what are they talking about? A memorial? I just don't. I don't understand. So Heather says, yeah, autonomous zone is where it's governed by the people taking over. Yeah. Well, again, if you turned off, if you turned off the water, these people don't have, like, again, why are they allowed to do this? This is ridiculous. Okay. And if you're a business owner, again, nobody's going in there. Like, it's, the way it is, it's nobody's going. So if you're a business owner and you're behind that blockade, that can't be good for you. Again, why are these people allowed to do this? This is crazy to me. This is crazy to me. Am I the only one that thinks this is crazy? I don't know. It says they renamed the street. Sure, do what you want. Like, I guess it's like, do what you want. Rename the streets. It's the George Floyd Free State. I mean, if you want a memorial, okay, what's the problem? I mean, you're going to get the memorial. what purpose does this serve? Like they're saying, this is not, this doesn't serve anything. It's obviously not constructive at all. All it's doing is hurting the people that live there. That's just my opinion. It's not an opinion. That's a fact. This is obviously hurting the people that live there, hurting the businesses. And yet, they've been sitting here for like 6 months plus with this place blockaded off. So nobody's, people are choosing not to go in. What if you like ordering from Amazon or something? Like, I wouldn't go in there if I was an Amazon employee delivering things. If I was the mailman, like, I wouldn't go in there. So yeah, I just don't understand. Yeah, this says, yeah, it's crazy, extremely sad. Yep, it sure is. So that's, like I said, I don't know if that meeting has happened yet. But yeah, I'm curious to know, again, who these people are that are doing this, or who's going to claim, that's what I mean. Who are these people, what do you want? What is your justification? And then my question to the residents would be, nobody has a problem with this. Nobody wants these people, like these people. If I was a resident there, I would be saying, these people don't represent me. Can you guys please, why are you letting people do this? They're like holding people hostage back there. So it's very, very strange. Heather says, 25 demands need to be met according to the zone occupants. So now we're allowed to extort, now we're, this is, I thought these kind of tactics were, against the law. This like, now we have demand again. I didn't know we were allowed, I thought, holding people hostage and demanding things, was against the law. Not only is it against the law, but it's against, it's something that you should not be doing, okay, to other people. Okay, it's morally wrong, right? Do you want somebody to show up outside of your house and block it off and say, hey, nobody getting in and out of here until my demands are met? Like, you don't want somebody doing that to you. I know I wouldn't, and I wouldn't try to do that to somebody else. There doesn't need to be a law in the book to tell me that. I mean, that's just common sense. But apparently, common sense is not too common nowadays. As we kind of see in real time here with all this craziness that's going on. It says Congresswoman Omar's agenda. So, yeah, and I saw that, and yes, so there was another shooting, and there's about to be another protest or rally. Just so happens a 21-year-old Somali guy I saw the body cam video. There was some kind of traffic stop, and he was trying to get away. He was shot and killed. Allegedly, he shot at the police first. Again, from the footage that I saw, I couldn't, I couldn't see, you couldn't see it from the perspective. You couldn't see it that well as far as inside the car, what was going on. But definitely, they blocked him in. He backed up, tried to get out, and they, telling him to stop. He didn't stop, so they opened fire. And now, so there's about to be another protest, another rally that's actually going on today, I believe. So Minnesota, man, is, there's a lot going on there. yeah, I hope these people get their heads out of their asses and figure, and again, I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand why they're letting community activists, air quotes, blockade off, neighborhoods, and letting them hold people hostage for their demands. So we'll follow this for sure. And yeah, I'm gonna look up I guess the one lady they did show who's security person, I guess, or she's on Instagram, so I'm gonna look her up. But and yeah, it's it's time for people to see. This is in my opinion, like this type of action is not helping anybody. Again, the people that live there, I think somebody needs to go and talk to them. Somebody needs to find out what the residents think about this. Again, I'm almost positive they're not too happy about this. It doesn't, I'm just gonna take I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna assume that the residents in that area are probably not too happy about what's going on there. And basically living, you're like, what is this, like Beirut? Like, what's going on? Very interesting. Yes. Yes, let me see. This is fires stretched miles long. Really? Yeah, unless you're there, that's what I mean. This is stuff that most of us outside of, Minneapolis don't, these people have been tearing shit up over there. Yeah, Mars is looking better every day. Yeah. Yes, it is. I mean, hey, like I said, I would get the hell up out of there. There's no way I would live there. People blockaded it off and, held me hostage. Like I'm not living there. So yeah, I would say to anybody, like, if you can, get up out of there. But people should be speaking out. That's strange to me that I haven't seen. I mean, again, I just found out about this, but I don't know how the mayor and the city council and all, again, I don't know what these people are doing. I mean, they're obviously not doing much because this is a thing. This is real. People apparently have blockaded this area of the city off, and they're acting a damn fool talking about we have demands. So why don't we try this? I'm not going to try it. One of y'all try it. One of y'all try and go out, go out to your favorite store or, I don't know, somewhere and blockade it. Blockade it and see, and then say, hey, I'm taking this over. I put up a sign and say, hey, this is, and say, hey, this is my free state. You're entering my free state, and see what happens to you. Okay? See what happens to you. I guarantee you won't last 2 minutes. All right? So that's my question, is why is this happening? And why is it still happening? Okay, we all know, like, you can't do this unless you're allowed to. Okay, you cannot do this you cannot cause this type of mischief unless you are allowed to. Am I the only one that, I mean, come on, what's really going on here? What's really going on? And yeah, I don't know. That's what I mean. That's where the whole, defund the police. So that's what I mean. Again, they're allowing, so what? The police won't help. Why is that? Like, again, but they're calling the police. The police are showing up for shootings and robberies. But they won't come out there and take the barricades down. And why don't you just go out there, take the barricades down, and say, hey, you guys, cut it out. Okay, if you don't cut it out, we're going to take your ass to jail. I don't understand. Why has there been negotiations for months and months now? What's going on here? Makes no sense to me. But yeah, Heather says, keep me updated. And like I said, I'm gonna try and when they do that public meeting thing, if you can, send me a link or let me know when that's going down. Because again, I want to see who these people are. These people who are, the community activists, who are, again, holding this neighborhood hostage for some demands. Again, it's not about a George Floyd memorial. I'm sure they were going to put up a George Floyd memorial there. I'm sure nobody disagreed to that. I'm sure nobody told them no. So again, I'm not, I'm at a loss, and that's what I mean. I need to do some more research on this. But from what I know here so far, this is again, this is just madness to me. All right. So that's it. If you didn't know, okay, if you didn't know about the George Floyd autonomous zone, if you were unaware that there are people living, like it's Beirut in the middle of Minneapolis, Minnesota, they're blockaded, and nobody's doing anything. Now you know. All right, this is one, obviously, like I said, we will follow up on and keep you all up to date and see who these perpetrators are. Again, I am at a loss as to why, is anything going to happen to these people? Are they going to be charged with a crime? 6 months worth of, again, what is this? I don't know, people. All right, you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Let me see. Heather says they've been ordered by the mayor to stay clear of the area, even troubles with ambulances getting in. Right. So again, this is, right. So the police, so they're being told, all right, just don't go in there. All right, let these people want to act up. Just let them have their free state and just don't go there. And again, so now you're putting the residents in harm's way. Now, and that again, why are they doing that? You see, they shouldn't be doing that. Heather says BLM. So are they, that's what I mean. I don't know. They're not saying, that's what I mean. They're saying community activists. That's why I'm not going to speculate because I don't know. Heather says it's BLM has something to do with it. We'll see. That's what I mean. These people, do a good job of staying anonymous when they want to, right? So we'll see. That's why I want to make sure I catch that virtual meeting. If it goes down, you want to bet that it doesn't go down, because again, that's when these people are going to have to explain themselves and who they are and what they're doing and why they're doing it, and then we'll see. So hopefully that meeting goes down. I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical because this is perfect right here. Nobody knows who it is. It's the community activists. And there's one person with a security guard uniform. Like, come on. Heather says, if you charge them, you must charge the city council and the mayor. Well, that's my point. Exactly. That's my point here. This is all wrong. Okay? The city council, these politicians, they're not only not doing their job, but they're being criminally negligent, in my opinion. By, again, allowing this to go on. That's not acceptable, just to let people blockade off a neighborhood and then say, all right, well, we just won't go in there. Unless you're trying to harm people, unless you want bad things to happen, then it makes sense why you would do something like that. Heather says BLM has held the area since the riots. Again, it's funny because I haven't heard them saying anything about this. And you noticed in that news clip, there was no mention of BLM. So that's very interesting to me. Again, so we're going to say allegedly here because I don't know. I haven't, seen anything, that would confirm that. So again, but at some point, somebody's going to have to raise their hand and claim responsibility for this. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, Heather says this is a Chaz style. They took out the 3rd precinct and took over this area. Crazy. A lot going on here. And again, if you're like me, you should be concerned. You should be concerned. At the very least, that these types of things are being allowed to go on. And again, and all it's doing is hurting the people that live there, in my opinion. All right, you guys. That is all I have, all right, for this episode. Escape from George Floyd Square. Look it up, all right? Look it up. If you're watching, do some research on this. I know I am. Again, I want to know who these people are. Again, allegedly BLM is involved. I don't know. I haven't seen anything. Again, they're not, the news, the mainstream media ain't saying, they ain't mentioned them once. So not, so I'm going to look into it, and I would, suggest that, yes, look into it. All right. Do your own research, see what's going on here. And let me know. Okay. You guys, that's how I came across the story. Heather sent me a link here on Facebook, and you guys have something you want us to address here on the show, yes, be sure to just reach out on social media. All right, Twitter, Facebook, Pearly Q. All right, on all social media, and we will for sure take a look at it. That's the only way. Again, we can be informed people. We kind of have to do our own due diligence here. We can't just depend on, mainstream stuff. We got to look deeper than that. So that's it. All right. I'm going to wrap this one up. It's your man, Pearly Q, for the Pearly Q podcast. We'll see you guys in the next episode.